Car bomb blast has left a number of casualties in Iran's southeastern province of Sistan and Baluchestan. The blast ripped through a bus carrying members of Iran's Islamic Revolution Guards Corps. The incident happened on the road linking the provincial capital city of Zahedan to the town of Khash. The IRGC has condemned the attack, saying Takfiri terrorists and their foreign masters were behind the attack. The Jaish ul-Adl terrorist group has reportedly claimed responsibility for the bombing. The group has carried out similar attacks in the past, including the one targeting a military parade last September. Iran says the launch of a terror attack in the province of Sistan and Baluchestan and holding the anti-Iran summit in Poland on the same day is not a coincidence. In a tweet, Iran's foreign minister said there is no difference between the terrorists and those who support them. Mohammad Javad Zarif noted that Washington always makes the same wrong choices about Tehran, but expects different results. Separately, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman condemned the terrorist attack in the country's southeastern region. Bahram Qassemi described the incident as inhumane. The Iranian diplomat said such attacks, sponsored by some regional countries, make Iranians more determined in their fight against terrorism. Qassemi pledged to take revenge on the terror group. Let's bring in Fouad Azadi, University professor and political analyst, who joins us. Fouad Azadi, obviously this is not a great day for the Iranian nation and the particular people who have died, these soldiers from the IRGC. So our condolences goes out to their families. What is your initial impression on this and the fact that it coincides with this anti-Iran summit that's being held in Poland?
We have a history of terrorist activities in southeastern part of Iran. This is not the first time they have engaged in terrorism. I think the toll is heavier this time in comparison to other occasions, but we have had this problem before. But engaging in this type of terrorist activities just a couple of days after the victory of Islamic Revolution, the 40th anniversary, and also the summit in Poland, I don't think is a coincidence. A couple of days ago you covered this extensively. Millions of Iranians came to the streets, supported the revolution here 40 years ago, supported the aspirations and the goals and objectives of the revolution, and basically supported the system that exists, the system that came after the victory of Islamic Revolution. So this is sort of a revenge against the feelings of the people that participated in these demonstrations, and it's basically a revenge against the Iranian people. And at the same time, the conference in Poland is going to accuse Iran of terrorism. And the fact is that Iran has been a victim of terrorism for the last 40 years. And the organizations that engage in terrorism against Iranians are supported by countries like the United States, and more recently by Saudis and Israelis and countries that are enemies of Iranian people. So accusing a country that is a victim of terrorism and then not seeing the fact that Iran is a victim of terrorism and supporting the organizations and terrorist groups that engage in terrorism is hypocrisy at its highest level.
So what kind of standing is that going to have for the main sponsor? This is, I guess, called a brainchild of Michael Pompeo, this summit that's being held in Warsaw. And what type of footing would he have if he's trying to demonize Iran when Iran is a victim of terrorism in front of all these countries?
Well, he doesn't. And in fact, in the next hour or so, we need to hear something out of the State Department condemning this terrorist activity. And then they need to not only condemn it in language, they need to also stop supporting these terrorist organizations. If they do that, then you can pay attention to other things that they talk about. But I have some news for you. The news is that they're not going to do that. They are not going to stop these type of activities. They're going to continue their support for terrorist organizations. And that's why the conference in Poland is basically a circus. It's not something serious. The countries that are major state sponsors of terrorism, like the U.S. government, the Israeli government, the Saudis, are going to be there in full force, condemning a country that's a victim of terrorism.
Very well. Thank you very much for that. That's Fuad Azadi, University professor and political analyst. Many thanks.